2024 has been an absolute nightmare for the restaurant industry. The names you grew up with, the chains that felt like a second home, are collapsing like a house of cards under the weight of relentless economic pressures. From reckless expansions to disastrous leadership decisions, no one is safe. Today we're diving into the catastrophic downfall of 15 major restaurant chains that filed for bankruptcy this year. Some might claw their way back, but many are barely holding on. Buckle up, your favorite spot might just be on this list. 15. Once a trailblazer in casual dining, TGI Fridays faced a financial storm in 2024. Known for its lively atmosphere and classic American dishes, the chain struggled as fast casual competitors stole the spotlight. By November, TGI Fridays filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, impacting 39 company-owned locations. Franchise stores survived, but it wasn't without sacrifices. 130 stores were shuttered earlier in the year to cut costs. Their plan? Negotiate debt, streamline operations, and explore new survival strategies. But this isn't just TGI Friday's story. This is part of a much bigger trend. Shifting consumer preferences and mounting economic pressures are making traditional sit-down dining a tough sell in today's fast-paced world. 14 once celebrated for its Italian-American cuisine and cozy family-style dining, Buca di Beppo hit rock bottom in 2024. In August, the chain abruptly closed 13 underperforming locations, citing lingering effects of the pandemic and changing dining habits. Just days later, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, aiming to restructure debt and stay afloat. At its peak in 2013, Buca operated 95 locations. By 2024, that number had dwindled to 44. During bankruptcy proceedings, Main Street Capital Corporation stepped in with a $27 million bid approved by the court in November. Now, the chain is attempting a comeback by streamlining operations and reimagining itself for an evolving restaurant landscape. Only time will tell if Buca can bring its family-style charm back to life. 13, this West Coast darling, known for its creative menu and vibrant ambiance, faced another financial meltdown in 2024. After filing for bankruptcy in 2020, the chain never fully recovered. By mid-2024, mounting debt, rising costs, and shrinking foot traffic forced CPK to file for Chapter 11 again, their second time in just 5 years. The numbers paint a grim picture, liabilities exceeding $120 million, unpaid rent, vendor debts, and employee benefits piling up. Earlier this year, 23 underperforming locations were closed, shrinking their footprint to just over 150 stores, a far cry from their 2019 peak of 270. One of the biggest challenges? Ingredient costs. Items like arugula, goat cheese, and sun-dried tomatoes saw an 18% price hike due to global supply chain issues. Attempts to offset costs with higher menu prices backfired, alienating budget-conscious diners and causing a 14% drop in same-store sales. Now, CPK is simplifying its menu, renegotiating leases, and focusing on crowd pleasers like pizzas and pastas. While their majority stakeholder, Golden Gate Capital, remains optimistic, the chain's future is anything but certain. 12, the iconic American breakfast chain, famous for its fluffy pancakes and all-day breakfast, faced a seismic shakeup in 2024. Changing dining habits, fierce competition from fast casual spots, and skyrocketing operational costs pushed IHOP to the brink. To stave off insolvency, its parent company, Dine Brands Global, announced the closure of nearly 100 underperforming locations across the U.S. Despite its fluffy pancakes and beloved all-day breakfast, IHOP's struggles in 2024 went far beyond closing underperforming locations. By mid-year, the chain was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, with a Chapter 11 filing looming. A sharp 14% drop in same-store sales during the first quarter revealed just how much customer traffic had dwindled. To fight back, IHOP introduced aggressive cost-cutting measures, including a simplified menu and reduced labor expenses. The chain is also testing innovative ideas like co-branding with its sister company, Applebee's, in hopes of refreshing its image and attracting a broader audience. But even with these efforts, analysts remain skeptical. Without a major turnaround, more closures or even more drastic financial restructuring may be inevitable. 11 Subway, the sandwich empire with nearly 6 decades of history, sent shockwaves through the industry in 2024 by filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Once celebrated as the world's largest fast food chain by location count, its financial troubles had been brewing for years. Declining customer traffic, constant disputes with franchisees, and an outdated business model all contributed to its downfall. The numbers paint a grim picture. Over the past decade, Subway closed more than 6,000 stores, reducing its U.S. footprint to 18,000 locations, a far cry from its peak of 27,000. Unsustainable royalty structures and an oversaturated market made bankruptcy inevitable. To tackle its $1.2 billion debt, Subway announced sweeping changes. These include renegotiating franchise agreements to reduce overhead costs and investing in technology such as self-service kiosks and app-based ordering to improve efficiency. The chain has also launched a bold rebranding effort, introducing premium sandwiches and protein bowls aimed at health-conscious and younger customers. While these efforts are promising, Subway's future remains uncertain as it fights to stay relevant in an increasingly competitive market. Ten Rubio's Coastal Grill, known for introducing fish tacos to American palates, faced a relentless financial spiral in 2024. The fast casual chain made headlines when it abruptly closed 48 underperforming locations in California, including 13 in its birthplace, San Diego. Unsustainable operating costs and declining customer traffic reduced Rubio's footprint to just 86 locations across California, Arizona, and Nevada. The June 2024 Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing was Rubio's second in 4 years, highlighting deep-rooted financial struggles. The company pointed to a perfect storm: soaring food and utility costs, significant wage hikes, especially in California, where fast food worker pay reached $20 per hour, and lingering post-pandemic traffic declines. In August, Rubio's was acquired out of bankruptcy by its lender, TMW Capital Management, for $40 million. The new owners have promised a comprehensive turnaround strategy, but industry experts remain cautious. If Rubio's can't address changing consumer demands and fend off competitors in the crowded fast casual sector, its challenges are likely far from over. Once a dominant force in seafood dining, Red Lobster found itself in turbulent waters in 2024, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in May. Known for its affordable seafood feasts and iconic Cheddar Bay biscuits, the chain faced skyrocketing operational costs, dwindling customer traffic, and a debt load exceeding $1 billion. In a desperate bid to stay afloat, Red Lobster closed nearly 1,000 locations across 28 states, including all restaurants in the Buffalo area. The closures were a harsh reality check for a brand that had once been synonymous with accessible seafood dining. Now Red Lobster is navigating uncharted waters as it attempts to restructure and rebuild. However, with rising seafood prices, fierce competition, and shifting dining habits, the chain's future hangs by a thread. Red Lobster's financial troubles deepened in 2024, with nearly all of its Orlando area restaurants and its iconic Times Square location shuttered, leaving empty dining rooms and disappointed customers behind. The crisis triggered a major leadership shakeup, with turnaround specialist Jonathan Tibus stepping in as CEO in March. Despite securing over $100 million in financing, the recovery plan is daunting. It includes shutting down up to 129 additional locations, cutting costs, and reimagining the brand's future. Once a beloved haven for seafood lovers, Red Lobster now stands as a sobering reminder of the brutal challenges facing legacy dining brands in today's hyper-competitive market. Once touted as a better burger alternative, BurgerFi found itself in hot water throughout 2024. On September 11th, the chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, revealing staggering liabilities of $100 to $500 million against assets of just $50 to $100 million. The downfall can be traced back to its aggressive expansion strategy, including the ill-fated 2021 acquisition of Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza and Wings. The acquisition created inefficiencies and integration issues, pulling the company deeper into financial chaos. Despite the turmoil, BurgerFi announced plans to keep its 144 locations open, a move industry experts view skeptically. With stakeholders questioning its leadership and strategic missteps, the chain's future looks perilous unless it can execute a radical overhaul of its business model. Once a rising star in the fast casual dining scene, Roti Modern Mediterranean's 2024 collapse highlights the dangers of unchecked expansion. After closing 23 locations since 2020, the chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August. Financial disclosures revealed unsustainable monthly rental obligations of $350,000, compounded by deferred rent payments and soaring operational expenses. In a last-ditch effort to stay afloat, Roadie entered talks to sell 8 of its remaining 19 locations to a national restaurant brand. However, the outlook remains grim. Roadie's downfall underscores the perils of rapid growth without proper financial planning, standing as a cautionary tale for upstart brands in volatile markets. 6 Oath Pizza, known for its artisanal, customizable pies, met an abrupt end in 2024 after years of poor sales and slim margins. The chain filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in October, signaling the complete The final blow came from a legal dispute between investors and a potential buyer, shattering any hope of a strategic rescue. By the time of its collapse, Oath Pizza had dismantled its corporate operations, leaving it ill-equipped to handle fast casual sector challenges. This swift downfall is a stark reminder that even innovative concepts need robust financial planning and cohesive leadership to survive. Oath Pizza's disappearance is a sobering reality check for other upstart brands navigating the competitive restaurant industry. 5 MOD Pizza, once celebrated for its customizable artisan-style pizzas, finds itself teetering on the brink of collapse in 2024. Reports in May revealed the chain was considering Chapter 11 bankruptcy, a move that sent shockwaves through the industry. MOD's meteoric rise was fueled by a breakneck expansion strategy, but overextending without proper capitalization has backfired spectacularly. With rising costs and a saturated market, the chain is struggling to restructure its debt and salvage its reputation. Analysts point to MOD Pizza as a glaring example of the risks of unchecked growth. Without a solid financial foundation, even the most popular concepts can falter. The chain's future hangs in the balance as leadership scrambles to avert disaster. 4 Friendly's, the iconic East Coast diner known for its ice cream and comforting American fare, is facing relentless financial turmoil in 2024. In September, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, its third filing in just over a decade. The root of the problem? An outdated business model and fierce competition from modern fast casual rivals, leaving Friendly's struggling to stay relevant. The chain has now shuttered 45 underperforming locations, shrinking its footprint to just 77 restaurants, a stark contrast to its peak of over 500 locations in the mid-1990s. Critics blame leadership for failing to innovate or reimagine the brand for today's market. Without a bold reinvention and a compelling value proposition, Friendly's risks fading into oblivion, a harsh lesson for legacy brands that rest on their laurels. 3 Steak 'n Shake, once celebrated for its premium burgers and hand-dipped milkshakes, is now in dire straits. In October 2024, the chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, burdened by over $200 million in debt and a staggering 30% decline in same-store sales over the past 2 years. One major misstep, transitioning to a self-service model that alienated its loyal customer base, resulting in plummeting foot traffic. To stop the bleeding, Steak 'n Shake has already closed 82 locations and plans to shutter 50 more by year's end. Despite leadership's efforts to devise a turnaround strategy, analysts remain skeptical. Without a renewed focus on quality and customer experience, Steak 'n Shake may be destined to join the growing list of once venerated brands consigned to history. 2 Red Robin, the burger chain once famed for its bottomless fries and gourmet creations, is in serious trouble. In September 2024, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, revealing a staggering debt of over $500 million. Reckless expansion and a sharp decline in customer traffic forced the closure of 150 underperforming locations, leaving just 300 restaurants, a shadow of its former glory. Leadership's half-hearted attempts at revival, from superficial menu changes to uninspired marketing campaigns, have done little to win back disillusioned customers. Without a bold overhaul and a clear strategy to reconnect with its audience, Red Robin risks becoming yet another casualty of the brutal restaurant industry. One, once beloved for its rotisserie chicken and homestyle meals, Boston Market suffered a catastrophic downfall in 2024. The chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August, crippled by overwhelming debt and a jaw-dropping 40% drop in same-store sales over the past year. In a desperate bid to stay afloat, Boston Market closed 200 locations, slashing its national presence by nearly half. But the chain's inability to innovate its menu or adapt to evolving consumer preferences has made it irrelevant in today's fast-paced dining landscape. Misguided cost-cutting measures further alienated loyal customers, eroding its reputation for quality and service. Without a sweeping, aggressive turnaround, Boston Market seems destined to fade into history as another example of a legacy brand that failed to evolve. And there you have it, 15 restaurant chains that couldn't withstand the relentless pressures of 2024. From crushing debt to outdated strategies, the industry has shown no mercy. While some of these brands are clawing their way out of bankruptcy, others are closing their doors for good, leaving employees and loyal customers stunned. It's a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in the restaurant world. But what do you think? Will any of these chains stage a miraculous comeback, or are we witnessing the end of an era? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when the next wave of closures hits. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned